Most French learners are not using the verb aimer correctly. In this video, I'm going to explain why and how we can use this verb naturally. Now, the problem here is that most learners will always say j'aime. J'aime, 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 je n'aime pas. They use j'aime for every time they say they like something. Although this is not grammatically incorrect, and although many of these textbooks will say j'aime for I like, I love, this is not the most natural option in many circumstances. There are plenty of ways to say you like something or you love something. And today I want to show you a bit of the art and science behind using the verb aimer so that you can speak French like a pro. Bonjour tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Moi, c'est Nick, votre prof de français. I'm so excited to explore this topic with you. Vous êtes prêts? C'est parti. Like I said before, a lot of learners will say j'aime for everything. The verb aimer can actually come off as too strong in many different contexts. Although you can say it for things or places, there are other ways to say it, but when it comes to people, okay, the verb aimer is very strong. So a lot of the times when I have writing exercises for my students, they'll often say something like, "Ooh, j'aime mon prof de français." Okay, for many francophones, that verb aimer in this context is actually inappropriate. It's not natural to use because for many, the verb aimer is strong. It is used a lot for your romantic partners, for your significant other, for your spouse, for people in your family. Like you could say, j'aime mes parents, j'aime mes enfants. You can say it for your parents or your children, people you have a strong love for in your family. Many would agree with me to say that j'aime mon prof de français or j'aime ma collègue. Like I love my colleague, but for many this is too strong. So how do we say this? Stick around because I'm going to break down different alternatives for each kind of way we can use aimer. So the first one is j'aime bien. Now this is a supernatural way to say you like something. You can definitely say j'aime with things, objects, ideas, concepts, places, but I think j'aime bien has a more natural flow to it, and it's most likely what you'll hear a lot. You will often hear j'aime bien instead of j'aime. Like I said, j'aime is very strong for people, but it is also strong for when you say you like something. Let's put it into context by giving you some example sentences. J'aime bien le chocolat noir. J'aime bien le chocolat noir. Here you're saying, I kind of like, I like this. I'm not in love with dark chocolate, okay? I'm not obsessed with it. I don't love it that much, but I like it. So j'aime bien. It's a lighter version of aimer. I like to say j'aime bien les musées. Like, I don't love museums, but I like visiting them. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I can't even name 5 museums at the top of my head. I'll say j'aime bien les musées. I like to visit them when I travel. When you compliment someone's clothing, you can say j'aime bien ta robe. J'aime bien ta robe. J'aime bien ta robe. Or you could say j'aime bien ton style. J'aime bien ton style. When you talk about something you enjoy watching on Netflix, you can say j'aime bien cette série. J'aime bien cette série. You can also say it with verbs. So, j'aime bien lire avant de dormir. J'aime bien lire avant de dormir. Now, pay attention to this. I said before that it's not really natural to say j'aime mon prof de français, okay? Because it's a little too strong for that context. But you can say j'aime bien mon prof de français. J'aime bien mon prof d'anglais. You can say that. You can say j'aime bien for people you like, platonically, or people who you just like, but not in a romantic or deep love or anything like that, right? Overall, j'aime bien, I really like because it's a very safe way to say you like something, but not so strongly, right? So in English, we just say like, love, I like this, I like that. In French, there are kind of levels to it. I do have to say that there is no negative form of j'aime bien. You cannot say je n'aime pas bien. Like that is not correct at all. So never ever say that. This cannot be in the negative, period. Now, if you really love something, you can say j'aime. J'aime la cuisine française. J'aime la cuisine chinoise. You can say that, but I really like to kick it up a notch and say j'aime beaucoup. Here are some examples. J'aime beaucoup ton énergie. J'aime beaucoup ton énergie. You can say it with verbs. So, j'aime beaucoup voyager. J'aime beaucoup voyager. J'aime beaucoup cette chanson. Je l'écoute tout le temps. J'aime beaucoup cette chanson. Je l'écoute tout le temps. J'aime beaucoup travailler avec toi. J'aime beaucoup travailler avec toi. J'aime beaucoup travailler avec vous. J'aime beaucoup travailler avec vous. Now, here's where you need to pay attention. Because I said before, aimer is a bit too strong when talking about certain people. Well, beaucoup means a lot, right? But actually, when you're talking about people, it kind of decreases the intensity in a very, very weird way. I know that sounds very weird, but it may not be right to say j'aime mon prof de français, but you can say j'aime beaucoup mon prof de français. J'aime bien mon prof de français. J'aime beaucoup, although aimer beaucoup quelque chose is supposed to be intensifying it, but when it comes to people, it makes it a bit lighter and not in a romantic or deep love sense of the term. And yeah, what if you don't like something? Well, you could say je déteste. You could say that, but détester is to hate something. But a lot of the times, I think that's also too strong in a lot of contexts. So, what I love to do is again use the verb aimer, but this time I'll say something like j'aime pas trop, or in correct French, textbook French, je n'aime pas trop. So it's basically saying I don't like this as much. Let's come up with a few sentences with j'aime pas trop. Now I love saying this because je déteste is again like aimer, it's super super strong, it's super direct, it's a lot. Like it is a lot. I don't hate mushrooms that much, okay? So now, how do we say this in a sentence? J'aime pas trop les plats épicés. J'aime pas trop les plats épicés. J'aime pas trop les champignons. J'aime pas trop les champignons. Notice how for all of these, I'm not putting the N, the ne, because I am trying to talk to you like a friend in an informal context. J'aime pas trop sortir quand il pleut. J'aime pas trop sortir quand il pleut. J'aime pas trop le vin rouge, mais je préfère le vin blanc. J'aime pas trop le vin rouge, mais je préfère le vin blanc. J'aime pas trop faire les courses, mais j'adore cuisiner. J'aime pas trop faire les courses, mais j'adore cuisiner. Here you're also hearing the verb adorer. It is also another verb that's conjugated like aimer. Okay, it's a regular ER verb, and it's also used to say you love something a lot. So I hope you got a lot from this lesson, and there are definitely more layers to this topic, especially on the other end of expressing what you don't like. That can be for another lesson. Please let me know if you want me to do one on that. And on that note, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this if you want to speak more naturally and advance in your French language learning journey. Merci beaucoup. Thank you for joining me today. À la prochaine.